You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Boy, we got some bad news for the transgenders that think they can actually sneak into the Olympics in 2028 in track and field. I'm talking about worldwide because the governing body is World Athletics for track and field. Now, we definitely have been covering a lot of these transgenders, namely on like the high school level or so, competing in female sports and dominating. Yeah. Now, guys, it's a wrap when it comes to the Olympics because now World Athletics, man, has now dropped the hammer that's going to eliminate transgenders from competing in women's sports forever. You all know what they did? They now require sex testing. Yes, very similar, I guess, to the sex test that Imane Khalif took. And it got confirmed that Imane Khalif was a man that was actually in boxing in the Olympics. Yeah, this is a wrap, man. This is definitely going to close the book on a professional level for these transgenders invading female sports. The book is closed, man. It is so nice to see this nation healing itself for wokeness, man. Maybe even the world. I mean, the past two Olympics, guys, have been pretty woke. We had males competing in female sports. Laurel Hubbard in powerlifting with the women. Couldn't complete the lift, though. It was divine intervention in the Tokyo Olympics. And we all saw what happened with Imane Khalif in the Olympics and also Lin Yuting. Both of them won gold medals in women's boxing. Those days are over with when it comes to track and field. I don't know what it is, guys. In 2025, track and field was really the sport of choice for transgenders. There was a bunch of them out there competing in female sports. But now, World Athletics, man, has slammed the door on them at the professional level. Let's go ahead and get into this. Right over here on Outkick, World Athletics introduces non-invasive testing for female athletes to keep males out of women's sports. Boy, this is great news for the 2028 Olympics. Excellent news. Says here, World Athletics, the international governing body for track and field, is officially implementing testing for female athletes, so males cannot compete in female sports. The test, which consists of a once-in-a-lifetime cheek swab or blood test, will conclusively determine whether a person is male or female, and only females can compete in women's sports. Yeah. Guys, this is just telling me, man, that the science, it doesn't care about your feelings. You can identify in pretty much whatever you want to identify as, but at the end of the day, the science is the science. And I'm pretty sure that the wokesters, man, are going to be furious by this. Back in March, WATH President Sebastian Coe announced plans to start implementing the new policy. On Wednesday, the organization officially announced that the policy and testing will begin on September 1st, so like in a month. Just under 2 weeks from the start of the 2025 World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. Quote, all athletes wishing to compete in the female category at the World Championships are required to undergo a once-in-a-lifetime test for the SRY gene, a reliable proxy for determining biological sex. This is to be conducted via a cheek swab or blood test, whichever is more convenient, World Athletics wrote in the press release. Yeah. So if you're saying, you know what, I'm scared of needles, that's okay. We can do the swab. Boy, this is great news right here. Anyway, he goes on, quote, the philosophy that we hold dear in world athletics is the protection and the promotion of the integrity of women's sports. It is really important in a sport that is permanently trying to attract more women that they enter a sport believing there is no biological glass ceiling. The test to confirm biological sex is a very important step in ensuring this is the case, Cole said. We are saying at an elite level, for you to compete in the female category, you have to be biologically female. It was always very clear to me and the World Athletics Council that gender cannot trump biology. Well said. Well said, man. This is great news. Great news. Now, we already talked about the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic committees saying that, we're going to comply with President Trump's executive order to keep males out of female sports. And now more governing bodies like World Athletics are coming to the table as well, man. They're saying, yeah, you know what? This wokeness in sports, man, all these males competing in female sports, we're going to put a stop to it, at least in our sports. And track and field, man, definitely has seemed to be ground zero for the invasion of female sports. I believe like probably about 90% of the videos we've done on this issue in 2025 have been in track and field. Yeah. So this is very, very good news, guys, that all of this madness is going to be put to a stop at the world level. This is great news, man. And you know what? Maybe even World Athletics was thinking, you know what? The Olympics are coming up here in 2028, and the Trump administration isn't let any of these transgenders in the country if they intend to invade female sports. Let's change our policies as well. Yes, common sense, folks, is coming back to the world of sports. Man, look how far we come, man. Remember 2020, man? I mean, the woke virus was everywhere in sports. And then out of that, you had the trans invasion like 2 years later. And now all that seems to be reversing. Yes, we lost our minds, man. We lost our minds. And I'm pretty sure, guys, the woke activists, man, are going to be furious with World Athletics here, man. They have now slammed the book on the trans invasion in women's sports at the professional level, man. Or amateur level, I guess you could say, because technically these events in the Olympics, I guess they're technically amateur, even though you have professionals as well. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're shutting the door on all of it, okay? If you want to run in the Olympics in the female category, you have to be biologically a female. Yes. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.